So good morning everybody. Myself Acharya Vishvendra, and today I shall be talking on the topic of high frequency brainwaves, which are a password to higher quantum level of consciousness. So let's begin. As we know that suppose this is a person, and intuitively we can say that he has got a brain which is at the physiological level, and there is another metaphysical dimension which we call as the mind, which is at the psychological level. Psychological level, or we can say that it's a metaphysical dimension. Metaphysical means it cannot be proved by the five senses. It requires sixth sense or the higher senses to make it revealed to the other person. That is what I mean by the metaphysical dimension. So all of you must have a feeling that mind exists. And in fact today it's very common for anybody to access, to know that mind exists. And everybody is in a certain quantum level of consciousness. As per Hinduism, there exist 7 levels like this. So these are the 7 levels of consciousness, and each of these levels can be mapped with a certain chakra. So corresponding to each level there is a corresponding chakra in the human body. Chakra is a symbolic representation, it's a metaphoric representation of the frequency of the consciousness. So just like we have vibgyor, as the spectrum of visible light, where V stands for violet, I for indigo, B for blue, G for green, Y for yellow, O for orange, and R for red. So these 7 chakras are mapped exactly with the vibgyor, and the 7 chakras starting from the first, this is the first of all we have Mooladhara chakra, then we have Swadhisthana, then we have Ajna, then we have Anadha, then we have Vishuddha, then we have Agya, and at the last we have the Sahasrartha. So these are the 7 names of the chakras, and these exactly mapped with the vibgyor itself. For example, the color corresponding to the Sahasrartha is the violet. And it is believed that life is just a transition from one quantum level to the another. The first level is the Mooladhara chakra. Mooladhara means the basic chakra. So when you are in the basic chakra, then you will just have thoughts of having food, having water, and having sex to reproduce. So your thoughts, your level of consciousness will be limited to the basic functions of a species, or the basic instincts of life. Most of the people throughout their life, they say anything externally, but internally their consciousness lies in the Mooladhara or the root chakra. And they think, they seek pleasure only in the physicality which is dominated by sexual instincts and the tendency to reproduce, which is very normal for any species which are below humans. It's a very natural part of life. But if you have to rise beyond the physicality, you have to access the mind and its higher levels, then you have to raise your frequencies, the frequencies of your brain waves or the frequency of the consciousness above the Mooladhara or root chakra. And when you will do it, tremendous amount of energy is needed. So your brain itself will restrict it, will emotionally disturb you, will try to trap you in thoughts, illusions. You will feel hallucinations, you will feel emotional distractions, you will feel fear, depression, anxiety. So all these are the symptoms that your brain has activated the flight mode. Because nature recognizes you only by your frequency. And generally, for any consciousness, the nature aspire you just to survive and reproduce. There is no great expectations from the nature with you. So nature only supports the basic instincts, the basic functionalities of a species. But if you have to raise beyond the basic instincts, then you will have to struggle, you will have to fight with yourself, you have to fight with nature itself. And you can win only if you are truly fighting, you are bearing the pain. You will feel tremendous pain, tremendous emotional conflicts, which symbolizes that your consciousness is accessing to higher dimension and you have to bear the brunt of those emotional conflicts. Because if you get deviated in between, then you will be in trouble. You will be emotionally disturbed, you will be having unstable thought patterns, you will be having very unstable behavior. There may be chances that you can go crazy. So it's very necessary that you should take a transition, take a jump in the quantum level when you have synchronized, you have counseled yourself that you will have to suffer emotional conflicts and you are mentally prepared for bearing the brunt of those emotional conflicts. Only then you should think to access the higher dimension. But if on thinking about the higher dimensions you feel fear, anxiety, depression, restlessness, or you are not able to rise your consciousness above these emotional conflicts, then don't try to take the next jump to the quantum level of consciousness. It's better, first of all, you work on the basic level, generate enough energy in yourself so that you are able to escape the negative fields of negative emotions. So there is a certain escape speed needed to take you away from the emotional conflicts generated by the flight mode of the brain itself. There is the role of frequency, because energy is ultimately related to frequency. If you want your energy levels to be above a certain threshold, then the basic process is to increase the frequency of your consciousness. Higher the frequency, higher dimensions you will feel. But initially, negative energy inside you or the dark energy inside you will test you for your willpower, will test you for what guts you have got. And you have to prove yourself in terms of frequencies, in terms of energy. I shall talk to you in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.